shorty, she support ride, lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is...
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as ago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready. Check 45 the mic. Hey, keep it up.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. All day, baby, all day. Jim. Hey.
To throw is Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope. Hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Come on, 180. Alert.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Check.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Jackson now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
To try again after the sack. Jackson being chased. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Now, they went draw play there on 3rd down around the goal line, something you normally like to see, Charles?
Oftentimes, people are prepared for a pass in this situation, so the draw is a good call. But it's better when you usually have a lead blocker. If you don't have a fullback, you can use your H-back to pull in front. Sometimes you pull a guard to get out in front. Maybe it's your tight end. But they find a way to create a little bit of extra space. A bit of a surprise down near the goal line, but it was effective in this situation.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Now, a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A huge play there for Chicago. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 14. Bears nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. On first down, Trubisky. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Cohen. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Drop! 180! Alert, 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 alert!
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Jackson on first down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Pull it together. Check, check, check.
After the sack on first down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 4. Check 4. He's coming.
From the gun, Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. First and 5. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be second and 4. From the 45 on second down, Trubisky fighting to stay upright. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brings up second and 7 at the 22-yard line.
53 to Mike. 53.
They run. This is Cohen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
Second and goal from the 1.
Red, go! 48 for Mike. Hey, exit. 48. Man, word. Night, sweetheart. Word.
Here's Trubisky. Sliding out of the pocket. David Montgomery there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
McKinnon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 27-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Trubisky will throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 10-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky. The quick slant caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Riley Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now McKinnon to start the drive. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
45.
Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Point after now from Catanzaro. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Play action. Now Trubisky. eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Robinson. 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people and power his way forward.
It's complete, and he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check three. Shit. Hey, check. Whip. Watch the whip.
Jackson from the shotgun. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time, they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 14.
61, Matchbox Lights. We'll go 25 to Mike. There we go. Hey, 18. Switch it. Lock in.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the pass. Slam. He's checking. Crash. Check safety.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to let it go deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 9. Hey, alert 3, alert.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They shakes him off. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Melvin Ingram in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Bilal Nichols in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He may try and run for this. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a 1st down. Well, that little John helps, able to pick up the first, get out of bounds as well.
And he has to play a little bit of risk-reward here at this time because they need these 1st downs. But you know the risk is if they catch him inbounds and tackle him, the clock continues to run and grinds things for him. So he's able to get it done, get out of bounds, and conserve a little bit of time as they try and get the ball downfield.
Jackson to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Kill.
Back to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Bears, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Chills, my jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, paper stuff the edge like I don't know no bill. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop on it. Rep where you from, where you post, to pop in your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for